We are here today with Mr. Joseph Led. Joseph is unusual in that he's actually perfectly usual. Many measurable statistics about an average American male find themselves embodied in Joseph. Joseph, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Joseph.
Please, call me Joe.
Joe it is.
Well, I live with my white spouse in our 2,600 square foot home with our 1.9 children.
Excuse me, did you say 1.9 children?
Yeah, you caught that, huh? Well, you see, since our family is so incredibly average, we only have 1.9 children.
Let's move on.
Yes, let's.
Tell us about how you are generally perceived.
Well, it's funny. People everywhere look at me as if they know me from somewhere. I've had people call me all sorts of names, usually of their family members or friends. I remember I was out one night with my buddies, and a man came up to me, and he said, "You owe me money. You owe me money. You know you owe me money." And I was like, excuse me, sir. I don't know you. I've never seen you before. And he kept insisting that I owed him money. And eventually, he decided to hit me. He hit me right in the face, multiple times. And he knocked out 5 of my teeth and chipped a 6th.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. So you're saying he knocked out 5.1 of your teeth?
That's absolutely right. I only have 26.9 left.
I don't understand. It looks like you have all of your teeth.
Some are false.
Well, you can't tell. Your dentist must be phenomenal.
He's actually pretty average.
I should have known. Tell us about your dreams and aspirations.
Well, everyone has their dreams. I suppose I'm not different. I love to be more attractive for my wife, maybe woo her with some James Bond-like charm on nights when we have the house to ourselves. You know what I mean. I don't know. Maybe a bigger TV, more money. But I'd really like for my kids to do well. I want them to have a better education than I did, a better future than I do. Because I went to college, but I never finished. I never got my diploma.
Well, that all sounds perfectly reasonable. Allow me to go a little deeper. Do you think that being so normal has any advantages?
Oh, absolutely. Like I mentioned earlier, so many people feel like they already know me from somewhere. This makes it particularly easy to mingle in a lot of different crowds. People are relaxed around me. I don't really bring anything too outstanding to the table, so no one's really threatened by me. So in terms of social mobility and flexibility, I'm really versatile.
So what about disadvantages?
Well, I'd really, really love to try something different sometimes. Maybe a different restaurant, maybe a different language, maybe a different type of food, different TV shows, but there's not really any driving force inside of me to do it. So if I meet someone who's really interesting, I can only relate to them on a minimal level because I'm so average.
Tell us about it.
Well, I'm just guessing here, but if someone's used to being accepted off the bat, they're probably not going to be used to standing up for or justifying or explaining any facet of their personhood. However, someone who's different from the norm by choice or otherwise is going to develop a natural disposition of guardedness to the offending party, in this case, the normal people. Likewise, the normal people are going to develop a sense of guardedness towards people who upset the normal, because I guess the presence of difference is uncomfortable. But what's even more funny is people who act surprised when the normal turns them a cold shoulder, but then they go ahead and villainize the lifestyle that the normal people are trying to pursue.
So what's the solution? How does one bridge the gap? It seems reasonable that people would fear what they don't understand.
So instead of classifying people more generally, get to know each person more deeply. So that way, when you've walked a mile in their shoes, and then another, you can help them repair the places where the water's coming in.
Well, this has been a very enlightening conversation, Mr. Joseph. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
We hope you'll join us again for the next installment of our paid programming series, Understanding Niche Demographics Individuals with Extraordinary Stories. I'm your host, Jenna Wizardtooth. Good night.